Hello once again, everybody. So I'm going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Tiger Force Flint. And I'm very excited to get to this guy because I don't have a Flint. Didn't have one, and now I do. And I'm very excited for that because Flint is one of my favorite Joes. Always been, honestly, my preferred leader of the Joes. Love Duke. Love him. He's great. He's one of the best Joes. Love Hawk. Like all of them. But Flint's always been kind of my favorite. Maybe it's because he had more time on the show. Maybe I thought it was a little more interesting, with him and Jay. I always liked the design more. I thought he looked better than Duke, beret, had the vest, everything. I thought the look was really good. So I was very happy to get a hold of this guy. And it is the Tiger Force version. It's not the base one, but I like this one a lot. I only have some small issues with which we'll get into later. But for the box art itself, there's one thing I love, and that is right here. That is Flint's Porsche from the Flint's Day Off episode where he goes to that town run by Cobra. They're all under mind control, whatever. He gets under mind control for a little bit, but he has that car in it. And I think Cobra actually ruins his car, which sucks for him. Hopefully he had it insured. But it's a really nice car, and I love that they paid homage to it here, as well as I think it's a pyramid from an episode with Copperhead where they pretend to be Cobra agents. I don't know. Somebody probably remembers it better than I do, but that's what it looks like to me. Nice art here on the side, Tiger Force logo, name, everything. Nice art of Flint here. On the back here, all of the detailing work that comes with the figure, everything you get. It's 6.3 inches or 160 millimeters. He has his beret, gun, shotgun, rifle, kukri. You can see his shotgun belts. You can see the holster for his shotgun. There are still these things right here, which mean nothing now because, well, you can't scan this and go there anymore. They got rid of that. This just takes you to the Hasbro website. Not even the Pulse website, the Hasbro website. Whatever. I complained about it too much last episode. But time to get it open. And here is the leader of Tiger Force himself, Warrant Officer Dashiell R. Fairborn, Flint. Weird name, by the way. I don't think I've ever heard anyone who has the first name Dashiell. That's maybe the first time I've ever heard that in my life. But yes, he is in fact the Tiger Force leader. He is the one running this whole group. Not Duke, Flint. So good for Flint. He had a little he had a promotion. Meanwhile, Duke had a demotion, probably willingly. I doubt there's any bad blood there. You never know. But I really like him, and as you can see, he came packing heat. He is not gonna come unprepared here. He's got his shotgun, he's got his rifle, he's got a sidearm, and he's got a kukri. Granted, half of these weapons came from Picondo, but still, doesn't hurt to have more. I really like this figure. I think it's really good. There's some problems with it, some things I don't like, but for the most part, it's really solid. But to get to that, let's get a little closer. Now, this figure is a majority reuse of the original Duke figure. Same upper torso, same lower body, same boots, except for the thigh pads here. Different armor and everything, of course, different head and everything. But it's basically the exact same figure, so if you have this Duke or you have this Flint, you will know what you're getting, vice versa. But beyond that, I think the detailing works really well. I think simply adding the pouches, the belt, the hat, everything. I think adding it all does enough to differentiate it without making it just be like, oh, this is another Duke again. Which, is fine, I think, really, because these are meant to be, soldiers who wear uniformed attire. So using these same molds for different figures, I don't have a problem with this in this line. Marvel Legends, I would have a bit more of a problem with it, but here I don't really have much of a problem with it, so long as you're adding more on top of it. Like I said, like the chest piece, the beret, the holsters, the belts, everything about that adds to it to make it a new figure while still saving a little bit of money on the side by using the same mold. So I don't have any problem with that at all. My problems with it really are that it's 2023 and we have double pinned arms and legs for a mainline release figure of one of the most important Joes out there. Duke's getting a new re-release here soon. Hopefully that means we're going to get a classic version of Flint, but you never know. I would love that. But overall, this figure is really solid. I don't really like the bandana paint he's got, the striping over his eyes. I don't think it looks that great. If it had just been his face without that, I feel like it would be a lot better. But even so, I don't hate it. Like, it's just like, it's a bit of a miss for me. But everything else works really well. I like that pretty much for the first one, for the leader, of course, he's actually tiger striped, which is matching for Tiger Force. So I think it works really well. I like the olive drab for all the pouches for the belts and everything. He's got his Joe Pro right here, bright blue. I like the gray for the padding and everything. I think it looks really good. I love the orange, everything. I love that on his beret it says Tiger Force. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Tiger Force and it's even printed on there. You know, let's take this off if you'd like. But I'll be honest, he's always going to have this on. Even in that episode that I mentioned earlier where he's in his Porsche, he still wore the beret. So that's always going to stay on here. Same thing probably for the kukri and same for the sidearm. I don't really see myself taking them out or off, but I will look at them for, obviously, for comparison and a close-up shot later. But that's basically what you're going to get here. I really like it. It's a really solid figure. There's the pouch in the back for the shotgun, but the standard release, and as such, it's going to have standard articulation. So the head is on a ball joint right here, of course. It can look up that far. It can look down that far. Well, it can look down further. It just is a joint here so it can pop side to side. But I don't like messing with that too much because I never know. It might snap on me. I've had it happen a few times. There's a ball joint here at the bottom of the neck as well, so you can give it a lot of range of motion there. Unfortunately, this torso piece does block the ab crunch that is in there, so it doesn't do that, which sucks. But it kind of makes up for it and everything else. There's a really nice ball joint here at the torso, so you can get a bit, not a lot, but you can get a bit with that, side to side, swivel everything like so and so. There's butterfly joints on both sides of the arms here, which are not bad. It could be a little better, but not bad. There's a hinge and a swivel here at the shoulder. There is, of course, the swivel here at the bicep, double jointed arms, of course. The right arm has a side-to-side hinge here, as the left arm has a up and down hinge, which I guess Flint is a lefty. Who knew? Obviously, drop down hips here for that. Can go that far, but you know, the holsters and everything do get in the way a little bit. There's a swivel here at the upper thigh, like so. There are double jointed knees, of course. There is a swivel here at the calf, and a up and down forward-facing pin for rocker for the feet. Now, like I said, Flint came prepared. He is strapped with a load of weapons and utility. He has, of course, his beret, which we looked at earlier. This pistol, which we've seen, I don't know, about 100 times in this line. Same exact one that you're going to see in a lot of them, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. The kukri, which came with the Recondo figure, is nice. Happy to have another one. It's a nice weapon. The rifle also came with Recondo. I have nothing really new about it to say, except that mine came a little warped, so I don't know who else is going to fire. Of course, the magazine is removable, as per usual. Now, this is where I have an issue. Flint comes with a shotgun, because of course he does, because most versions of Flint do have a shotgun. That's his choice of weapon, which I have no problem with. I think it's really nice. This is back when they were doing, this is from the back they were doing the more kind of sci-fi-ish designs for the weapons, not super modern military, but I think overall it looks solid. You know, just as is. There's 4 shells on the side here, so for quick reloading, of course. It's clearly a pump action. Or is it? Because it has a breech here, which, if you don't know guns, there's 2, well, there's more than 2, but there's 2 types of shotgun that you can think of kind of easily in your mind. There's the top loading, like breech loading shotgun, like a double barrel shotgun that you see like an elephant gun or something like that, or a pump action, which I'm sure you've seen in 1,000 movies. These two usually don't mix. I don't think I've seen a case where they do mix. So it just brings into the question, how does the shotgun work? It like, is it, do you load the shells to the top here and then close it? Or do you pump it and do you load the shells somewhere else? It's just, it doesn't make sense, and it kind of messes with my head a little bit, and I don't really like it. That's maybe my biggest issue with this figure, is that this gun is confusing me and I don't like it. But beyond that, I think it's fine. I'll probably just not have him hold it in like this position and just hold it like that. But beyond that, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna try and ignore the confusion that is that design. Now, as for size comparison, here he is next to the man he stole a gun from, Recondo. These two look really good together. I love seeing this army of Tiger Force being built up. I really like the Tiger Force subline, so I'm really happy to see this whole thing being built up. Next, we have his former commanding officer, Duke, who these two look really good together. Sorry, a little focusing error there, but these two look really good together. I'm really happy to have a Flint for my Duke. This looks really good to me. I'm really happy to have this. And of course, any Flint is incomplete without a Lady Jaye. There is no Tiger Force Lady Jaye, which is a little bit of a shame, but these two together look really good, and I'm very happy to have these two together finally. So there is your Tiger Force Flint classified figure, and I love him. I think he's really good. Again, like I said, some errors and problems I have, which I talked about, but overall, I think he's really good, and I'm really, really happy to finally have him. He looks really good compared to the rest next of your Tiger Force figures. He'll look really good on your shelf, especially if you get one of these ramp cycles, which you can get fairly cheaply at Ross. I believe they're still there. Some new things have come in, like a Crocmaster at a barbecue, I think. So I'm gonna have to go and check that out. But he looks really good. Really happy to have him. If you liked this video, please like down below. Please comment. Let me know everything you liked or didn't like, and if you'd like to see more of these. So please, take care. Happy New Year, I think, by the time this video is uploaded. I could be wrong. But, yeah. See ya.